Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review episode number 237. This one basically discussing the 1012th episode of the anime, a comeback move, Marco Phoenix's Flame. I want to make sure this is correct. Oh, it's a turnaround move, the Flames of Marco the Phoenix. Yep. And here's the thing, this one. And this is a rarity. This actually is happening at the start of the episode, the whole thing with Marco. They're not waiting until like the last bit of the episode, like sometimes basically episodes arc would do. No, I do it roughly in the first half of the episode, which is great. The fact they do this. This episode adapts almost the entirety of chapter was 988. Like, they basically, from when I reread the chapter, they went through pages 2 to 11, 14, and 16 and 17. And that's it. I say 14 because that page was partially adapted for the anime. Yeah, I say partially. Now, let's focus on basically, well, there's a couple different things going on here. In the case of Sanji, aside from the recap, he is technically not in the episode. Nope, Sanji is not in the episode. In the case of Nami and Usopp, they're seen briefly. There's a scene with them when they're running away from page 1 in Uti, who spent time, they were distracted by a monkey. Yeah, where they beat the crap out of him twice. And the second time, of course, the monkey was told to delay them by 6 minutes, by at least 3 minutes. And that bought him time. Yep, bought him time. Then pretty much like, yeah, they basically after that, that's simply it for Nami and Usopp and Otama for the episode. In the case of Yamato, that's a basically thing here, where that kind of basically is the ending, where you see Yamato running through the complex into a storeroom, and then her thing ends basically where, like, there was during the see a broken dragon, and a friend basically broke it. I'll get to who that is when I finish talking about the episode. In the case of Luffy and Jinbei, I'll get to the main Marco stuff. That's the main portion of this episode. Luffy and Jinbei, of course, Luffy's wondering where the heck Sanji is, so I can't take Sanji. Actually, Sanji is briefly seen in this episode. I don't think he says anything. Not really, no. I mean, based on watching this episode, rereading the chapter, it seems like this episode looked like they pretty much adapted the whole entire chapter. Yes, still the info basically I've read basically is not completely accurate. So, they come across a room where Jinbei's like, you sense the image? Like, yep, a whole bunch of them, and they're really strong. And then Jinbei is one who takes him, of course, tells Luffy to go on. And then he's confronted by Who's Who. Yes, that's who this character is. That's what the manga says who this is. And they don't identify him, but yeah, that's Who's Who. And he says a line from the manga, oh, how probably former warlord of the sea. And that's that part ends. They adapt like one panel of that page. But in the case of the rest of the Straw Hats, basically Chopper, Brook, Robin. Oh, wait, but before I get to, there's a brief scene with Frankie and the guy who's in charge of the Armor Division, where he fires shots at him in the General Frankie, and then the top Robin, I don't remember the guy's name, where he transforms into a Triceratops. Yes, a Triceratops to take on Frankie and a test of strength. Like, okay, interesting. The whole thing with Frankie, it's like less than just a couple minutes. The whole thing with Nami, Usopp, and Uti page 1, that's also a couple minutes as well. Luffy and Jinbei, a couple minutes. Yamato and Momoshiki and Tsutomu, that's basically about 2 or 3 minutes. But the one thing that takes a big chunk of the episode is basically stuff with Marco. Or Chopper mentioned, oh, you need fire. And, well, Marco's like, okay, I'll use my flame to basically burn them. And basically, it cools down their body temperature. Well, actually, raise the body temperature. And, of course, Chopper promises to heal everybody. And, of course, Queen basically tries to tell them that they're lying. And, of course, Octopus shows up. In the manga, you see a silhouette of him and basically him in shadow. In the anime, yeah, you clearly see him. They actually do not hide him in the anime because it's clearly him. And it seems like he's about to attack And it looked like Zoro's about to take him out of guns again. And all of a sudden, Page One pops up out of nowhere and just grabs him with his freaking jaw. Just chomps on him. Yep. And of course, Trista and Mogi are there. Yeah, first time I've seen these two in the series. Yeah, I think the last time these two showed up was back in Zoe Island. Yeah, I believe it was because they didn't pop up when Chopper was Udan because Chopper was basically doing stuff by himself. So I think it was probably in Zoe Island. So basically, he goes makes the cure. Zoro, of course, runs off to deal with Kaido. And of course, where Queen is upset by all the stuff happening here. I'm trying to think here. Oh yeah, when they have that Top Rebel transform into Triceratops, they actually show him transforming into that one, which I thought was really cool. Oh, and who is Yamato referring to as the old friend who broke the dragon statue? Fire Fist Ace. Yes, and we're gonna explore that next week's episode. Gotta admit, pretty good episode. They kept like watching this episode. Like I said, watch this episode, reread the chapter manga. Like, wow, it's like they adapted almost the entire chapter. With the exception of like 1 or 2 pages. Yep. But can't wait for next week. Next up is talk about chapter 1041, Komuraski. The cover image is Jomasega's an emotional incursion. Volume 5. And it's like, this is switchgear for bullying Sanji dear. Pudding punch. And it's Pudding beating up Sanji's brothers. Who were held captive by Big Mom's sons. Which, yeah, the beating is definitely justified. Yeah, and apparently, Zoe Island shows up at Wano. Yes, the island of Zoe shows up. Because apparently Momo can actually talk to the elephant. Hey, you're so excited in this bit, yep. Like, talk about that. Like, says, like, it means it's going to be while in danger. I do not wish of him. Am I thought going to be a coward? And then we cut to, looks like, Renzo, where he's basically burning Jinbei. Is wondering why the heck the samurai are running. You're with Sir Luffy. Must hurry. How careless me. The preparations are complete. And the former Shogun, basically, who... despite having his head chopped up by Kaido, is somehow still alive. Talks to Komuraski, who is in fact Momo's sister. And she feels like, oh yeah, he was in love with her the whole time. And he thought she was in love with him. She's like, nope, not really. Because her father was Odin. Father? How could I possibly smile on my face? Yep, and then we see Enzo. Looks like he's being stabbed by somebody. Yeah, and apparently the samurai are taking on CP0. Like, this didn't happen last chapter. Yeah, apparently Enzo's taking on CP0 and winning. Yep, and apparently there was an edict from the 5 elders. Apparently... like, they issued edict. Kill Straw Hat Luffy. It says, eliminate Straw Hat Luffy at once. I'm like, the 5 elders are basically that desperate to give Luffy, so they order CP0 to kill him. Kind of hard to kill him, given the fact that he's actually beating the crap out of CP9. Well, he actually beat up 2 of them. He beat up Rob Lucci and the Bullman. Back in Eddie's lobby. He beat up two of the strongest men in the world. Like, why the heck... I guess that the 5 elders are so desperate to give Luffy because he apparently is a threat to them. Despite the fact he's far away. And he's never met the 5 elders before. I don't think he's ever heard of them. And of course, remember CP9 is like, you mean... what do you mean? He's trying to find Kyra and you want me to interfere in that Kyra's battle? That's impossible. They know full well it's impossible. It's a war class of which the order is meant to prevent a world case scenario, you understand? Yeah, and X-Drake basically just gets up and I was like, I think it's probably Rob Lucci who's communicating to his member of CP0. And it looks like, though, that Kinemon, Inosuke, Enzo, and of course the Draft Man is back again. And it's Usopp writing him. Yeah, apparently Usopp got this one for some reason. Decided to write on the Draft Man. For reasons. And it looks like that everybody's basically meeting with each other. Zoro's about to follow what can we say by Frankie. We have Nami basically with Zeus. Yes, she's back with Zeus. And Big Mom has been defeated. Yes, they basically proclaimed that Big Mom has been defeated. And Long and Kid basically are exhausted. And then we finally come back to Luffy and Kaido. 13 pages in. And we finally get back to them. Yeah, apparently it says that they've really gone to it now. Lin has lost the fight. And of course, Luffy's like, Jaggy and Traffy won? That's amazing. Hey, my kid. Hello, speak. Hello, how are you? Yeah, apparently he's having a flashback. He first met Lin, or she was hot when she was younger. And of course he's crying because basically she fell in battle. And then Luffy, oh my gosh, thinks out a move that I don't think it's been seen since Whole Cake. Gear 4, Snake Man. Yep, brings his move back. He uses move to beat, of all people, yeah, he uses move to beat Big Mom's second son, Katakuru, I think his name is. Yes, battle him's like, this is my final fourth gear. And he proceeds to beat the living crap. It's like, I'm gonna drive you out of one, it's the last thing I do. So yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to the end of the chapter, like this arc, like, wow. But man, this chapter, a lot of stuff going on, like, wow. Like, apparently CP0 apparently had a fight with the samurai off panel. Why did we see that? Yeah, that would have been something to see. Oh, by the way, the CP0 is losing. Yes. What is basically CP0 made of weak individuals? And I'm like, like I said before with the five elders, are they that desperate of Luffy because he's that big of a threat to him? Because he's already got the biggest bounty of the whole series, 1.5 billion. I highly doubt Oda's gonna kill him off. No way. You wanna know why? And plus, also, shooting Luffy is impossible. He's a rubber man. And oh, by the way, why do I think Oda won't kill him? He's the star of the series. You can't kill off the star. Yeah, Oda says basically, keeps saying, oh yeah, I'm 80% done in 5 years. He's not going to end the series right now. Highly doubt it, especially since for the last several years, this manga is one of Weekly Shogun's highest selling manga to date. Yep. So I highly doubt it. And by the way, One Piece, the graphic novels still make, what I see for sales from Forever News, One Piece still makes the basically whenever a volume comes out, they make like the top 10 like every time. They sell like freaking crazy. Yep, so not anytime soon. So yes. So, excuse me, I thought I'd have time. I'm going to put this video here, so I thought I'd have time to work on Barto, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to take care of that. Along with Shaman King, and also I'm going to do Attack on Titan, which I don't know if I would do it tomorrow. It depends. Yeah, just how it depends exactly what's going to go on for tomorrow. I might get a chance to do one of them before I do a stream tomorrow night. Maybe two, but it just depends. Yep. If not, basically, I'll finish this up on Tuesday. Yep. Next video. Bye.